Hello YouTube! It is the end of November and I've got favorites I want to share with you, so here we go. The first thing I want to talk about is glassesshop.com. I was lucky enough to get to work with them this month. They let me pick out a couple of different frames. I wear glasses sometimes. You guys don't really see it because I don't need to wear them to make videos, but I need to wear them to drive, I need to wear them to see things far away, and so I do wear them quite frequently, and I like to accessorize, and so when I was given the opportunity to try a couple different frames, I took it. So I'm gonna wear them over the course of this video to show them all off to you. This is the first pair that I got. I think it's my favorite. They're just big and they're fun and they're blue, so I really like them. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about this month are all of the movies that I saw. You would think that I wouldn't have had time to watch movies because it was NaNoWriMo, but I actually got out to theaters and saw quite a few. First of which was Big Hero 6. I loved it. It was so good. I've had my eye on this movie since I first found out about it a couple of months ago because I was really drawn to the character Honey Lemon and I loved her and she reminded me so much of myself. A big, tall, blonde, glasses wearing nerd who likes pink and takes selfies. She's great and I will probably be cosplaying her very soon. I really enjoyed the movie. I really enjoyed the superhero vibe. I liked that it was the first animated collaboration between Disney and Marvel. I think they did a really good job, so I had a lot of fun with that one. I finally saw Guardians of the Galaxy. I was very late on that one. I was very late on it, but it was great. It was a perfect movie and I loved it. After Guardians of the Galaxy, I saw Book of Life. I didn't really know what to expect from that movie. I just heard it was really good, and it ended up being sort of the history and story of the Day of the Dead celebration in Mexico, and it had this really awesome wooden puppet feel to the animation. Whenever they were showing the story within the movie, it was the puppet, the wooden puppet animation. It was so beautiful, and the music was great. They had sort of mariachi covers of popular contemporary music, and it was just a lot of fun. I also, of course, saw Mockingjay Part 1, which was beautiful and amazing. A little jarring because it didn't, I mean, this is sort of what everyone's been saying, but it felt like there wasn't enough for it to be an entire movie. I appreciate that Mockingjay is a story with enough meat in it that it would be a very long movie. It felt a little weird. It felt a little weird to end where it did, knowing that we have to wait as long as we do for more depressing, albeit beautiful, stuff. Alright, we're switching up. Next I got this smaller, thinner green pair. They don't take over my face quite as much as the first pair, which is kind of nice. When I want to be more subtle, I can wear these ones. Next up is TV shows. Mostly I have anime to talk about. I started watching an anime called No Game No Life, which really struggles between wanting to be this like sort of epic storyline that takes itself really seriously, and also this off-the-wall perverted fan surfacey thing. And there's been a number of times that I've considered just stopping watching it because the fan service gets a little out of control. But what's going on in the background, the actual meat of the story, is really cool. It's about this world where everything is decided by games. So I've been enjoying it, but maybe don't watch it if you don't like that much fan service. I've been just loving my Crunchyroll account, so I've been watching everything. I also started watching with my roommate this show called Wizard Barristers. Not gonna lie, we did click on it because we thought it said Wizard Baristas. But Wizard Barristers, which are wizard lawyers, is equally as weird and cool, so I've watched a couple of episodes of that one and it's pretty good so far, but I haven't really got in enough to really know how I feel about it. Also, I haven't gotten to watch too much of this yet, but I found out recently that there was a remake of Rainbow Bright, and it's got that sort of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic sort of sassy vibe. It's not made by the same people. It's made by Feeln, Feeln.com. It's an online television network that's sort of like a Netflix type thing, but it's the one owned by Hallmark, and so I'd never heard of it before, and the only way that you can watch the new Rainbow Bright is to subscribe to it, which made me sad. But it's only $5 a month, so it's pretty worth it. The trailer for the Rainbow Bright TV show was cute. It's kind of hard to say if it's going to go too far or if it's going to be able to get that same balance that My Little Pony has. But it has been fun to see all of these shows from the 80s getting reboots. There's also going to be a Popples reboot that Netflix is doing, which looks kind of scary, but Netflix usually doesn't mess things up. So we'll see. Okay, we're switching one more time. These ones are just really fun. I really, really like the pale color. They're funky. I don't know how often I would wear these, but I feel like there's a time and a place for glasses that are this fun, and I really like them. So I want to talk about a couple of graphic novels. I took a really long train ride in the middle of the month, so I needed stuff to read, and so I read, first of all, Lost at Sea by Brian O'Malley. He's also the guy who does Scott Pilgrim. This just, like, the cover just looked really cool. It was just an art style that I really could get behind. I didn't know what it was about at all. It ends up being about this girl who thinks that she doesn't have a soul, and then she's being followed around by all these cats while she's on this random road trip with all these people that she doesn't really like that much, and you don't really know why any of this is happening. And so it's sort of like a existential crisis in a graphic novel. But I really enjoyed it. It was a fun little quick read on the train, and it was cute. So I was staying in Japantown while I was in San Francisco, or I was staying like right next to Japantown, and so I spent a lot of time over there in like the shopping mall area, and I went to Kinokuniya, and I got this Madoka Magica graphic novel. So I found all the normal Madoka Magica graphic novels, but this one was called The Different Story, and so I was very intrigued, especially because it has Kyoko and Mami on the cover, who are the two characters that Iya and I recently cosplayed as. It's a spin-off, but it's more like padding out the story. So this is sort of like their history and their backstory before Madoka comes and meets them and everything. And then it sort of seamlessly fits in with the story. And then there's a few more of these that just sort of expand the world, which is so cool. And I loved it. I just really, really liked it. I was actually surprised how much I liked it. I mostly bought it because it was funny. I am definitely gonna go get the rest of them because I loved it that much. We also recently in my house had one roommate move out and another roommate move in, and so we've been doing a little bit of redecorating. I also got this light set from a store online that I got to work with, and it was really cool. I just think it's fun to have little decorations like this. You know, you put up lights for Christmas and maybe sometimes Halloween. I don't always think to put those types of decorations out all the time. If you want to check out more stuff like this, fun little decorative stuff, I'll put a link down below to where I got that. Just a couple more things. I was gonna make a whole clothing haul video this month, but I didn't really get enough things to warrant its own video, so I'm just going to show you a couple things that I got in this one. These are all from Sheinside, one of my favorite online sites for shopping. First, I got this awesome jacket. I wanted something sort of classy, but still warm to wear now that the weather's getting colder, and I've always wanted a jacket like this with all the buttons and everything, so I really, really like this one. It's just really nice. I can't wait to do outfit of the days with this. Then in the realm of staying warm, I got this sort of shrug thing. It doesn't actually have sleeves, which I didn't realize in the picture, but it's kind of cool. It just sort of drapes over your arms. I've never owned anything like that, so it'll be interesting to see how that works and pairs with other things that I have. And it's got this fun sort of geometric print on the back, which I really like. Then I saw this fox skirt with this funky, funky patterning, and it's a little bit longer, which I like when it's getting colder. A lot of my skirts are really short. I like short skirts, but I don't always want them to be that short. So this one is cool, and I'm very excited to wear this. My elementary school's mascot was a rocket. My elementary school is called Apollo. We're the Apollo Rockets, and every year there was a contest to see who could design a good rocket, and then that would get put on a shirt. There's a lot of backstory to explain why I got this, because it looks exactly like some of the stuff that kids would submit, and it's just like a really fun sweater, and it just reminds me of my childhood. So I, of course, had to have this. The last thing is this Coastal Scents brush set. So I'm like learning about makeup still, but there's still so much that I have to learn, and I've never really had a good brush set. And I've talked about Coastal Scents a lot, but they're just such a great company that is affordable, and they don't test on animals, which is really important. But they had this new brush set that I had to get. So first of all, it comes in this like awesome container, and then it has every single brush you could possibly want. It's got like big fancy brushes, big fluffy ones. It's got medium-sized ones. It's got like a foundation brush. It's got little angled ones for doing eyeliner. I'm just so excited to have everything I could possibly need right here. If you want to check out Coastal Scents or pick up this brush set yourself, I'll put the link down to their website down below. Wow, wearing 3 times your prescription is not helpful at all. Well, if you want to go get glasses for yourself, I can't even concentrate with these all on. It hurts so much. Okay, I'm gonna put these ones back on because I like them the best. If you want to go check out some really, really cheap and awesome frames, all I did was put in my prescription. I know it because I wrote it down last time I went to the eye doctor. If you use the code Kristina X20, you can save 20% on your purchase. You know, I've gone and spent tons of money on glasses from an eye doctor, and I feel like these are a very similar quality to those. I can't really tell a difference. So I definitely recommend you go check it out if you're a glasses wearer and you want to pick up a new pair of frames. I would love to know, of course, what you guys are into this month, any good TV shows you've been watching, any good books you've been reading, graphic novels you've been checking out, anything like that. What are you looking forward to most for the holidays? What is the thing at the top of your Christmas list? Just leave me comments down below. I love talking to you guys. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.